It's giving real Helmet of Salvation tease, and I don't like it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashanti. If you're new here, before we get started, you already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna do. Did you guys lean back? Before we get started, you already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm gonna do. Join the squad, join the family, okay? This video is gonna be a little bit different. I hope it comes out well. If it doesn't, you guys will never see it. But if you're seeing it, that means it turned out well. Today I'm gonna be doing a get unready with me, kind of Vogue-ish style, I guess. And I'm just gonna rant about current events. I feel like I'm talking my boyfriend's head off about current events, and I feel like why not any other space but YouTube. I had a lot to say about the Derek Jackson thing, but I feel like it's a little bit too old to talk about now, so I won't give you my thoughts on that. But if you want to see me take my makeup off, do a little bit of skincare, and just pretty much rant, just keep watching. Okay, so I've taken all my fake jewelry off, changed into my robe, put my little headband on. If I'm a little bit too close, if you feel like I'm a little bit too close, it's because my bathroom is not that deep, okay? So bear with me when it comes to the depth of my bathroom, but there's nothing really to see behind me anyway. It's just me, so yeah. So before I even start washing my face, my skincare routine at night is very similar to the one I do. I pretty much do the same skincare routine all the time, but I'm gonna do a couple extra steps tonight because I had a sip of an orange soda the other day, and my face, I have a pimple like right here. You'll see it when it's disgusting. To get the makeup off my face, I always start with this Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water, and I just put it on a little thing and I soak it. Like I soak it and then I just wipe it off my face. This is the fastest way to get all that, like the first step of makeup, off my face. Okay, so when I'm actually taking my makeup off, I kind of work a little bit backwards. As you guys know, I'm a double cleanser. I use the Foco Skin face wash, foaming face wash, and I also use the Dermalogica daily exfoliator. When I'm taking my makeup off though, I usually, when I don't have any makeup on, I usually start with the exfoliator. But because I'm taking my makeup off, I like to, I don't know, I just got a complex about like, because it's so dry, if there's still like dirt and makeup in my face, I don't know, I just don't, you know when you do that first cleanse on your face and like the makeup, you can see the makeup, it starts to turn the foam, the face wash a different color. I don't like when it does that with this. So I start with the foaming face wash first, rinse it, and then I'll use this. So I'm gonna start with the foaming face wash. Okay, so as you can see by the title, I'm gonna be talking, kind of ranting about current events. The first thing I want to talk about is DMX, of course. I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, because if you're a long-time subscriber to this channel, you already know how I feel about DMX. I love DMX. I've always loved DMX. I always felt like God spoke through DMX sometimes. I think he was a prime example of seeing God's hand in someone's life even when they're dealing with demons. I've always felt like DMX had like some of the best prayers. Like if you don't know what to pray, you know what I mean? Like just if you're ever in a space where like you really don't know what to pray to God, Google or YouTube a DMX prayer, and I'm telling you, any prayer DMX prays that I've ever heard him pray, he's always been like on it. He's always like, you know, said things that have been on my heart and other people's hearts or whatever. Like he just always knows how to talk to God or whatever. And I've always aspired to be able to pray like DMX. I've always admired that about him, regardless of his music and things like that. Like I've always always admired the way that DMX was able to pray and just really connect with God in moments where you know that he was going through some things in his life. I wanted to say something good about DMX because I feel like the way the media has pushed his death, I just wanted to honor him and, you know, just mention some good things about him that really have affected my life. And the way DMX prays, I know a lot of people are influenced by other things that he's done in his life and his music, but the way DMX has prayed through his life has always been something that I admired. So I love DMX. Rest in peace, DMX. Daunte Wright. If you're living under a rock and you don't know, I'm using the well, first of all, I just used the Foco skin. Now I'm about to use the Dermalogica. I just pour a little bit in my hand and then add a little bit of water and then let it lather. Don't know what happened to Daunte Wright, a black young man that was murdered in Minnesota, not too far from where George Floyd was murdered. He was being pulled over for a traffic stop. They realized that he had an outstanding warrant for his arrest, and they're trying to say that he was resisting arrest or trying to get back in his car for some reason or whatever reason. He was trying to get back in his car, and the female officer said that she was going to tase him. She's heard on the tape like saying that she's going to tase him, and instead of shooting her taser, and she screams like taser, 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 which is what you're supposed to say when you use your taser. If you guys don't know, that I was in the military and I was also a security guard for a little while after I was in the military, so I do know how to use a taser. I do know how to use the service pistol, and I do know the protocol for those weapons. You are supposed to say taser, taser, taser when you shoot your weapon. And she claims that she thought it was her taser, but she actually shot him with her service pistol, which mortally wounded him, and he died not too long after that. I don't really know how many times black people can describe the black experience, but the point that I want to make in this video is the importance of white people speaking up about these experiences, especially to the white women that fetishize black men, that exploit black culture, and to the black men that think that dating or marrying or having children with a white woman makes them more superior. Okay, this is for these people, because a point that I tried to make on Twitter, and I just felt like I couldn't get it out the right way and on texting or whatever, or on Twitter, is that this is a clear sign and a reminder to these people, to the people that I'm talking about, that their children are not exempt from the black experience, no matter what. If you are a person that thinks that like you don't have to have that conversation with your child because they're half white, you're very mistaken, and you need to have those conversations. You need to have the talk with your black child, because your child is still, no matter what percentage of white they are, they're going to be considered black. You can Meghan Markle's son Archie is a prime example of that, because Meghan Markle is half white, her husband is white, which makes her son only a quarter black, and he is still considered black. They still have an issue with the fact that he is black. So this is a sign to all of those people, and a message to all of those people, that you really need to have that discussion. You still need to have that discussion with your black children, okay? Because regardless of why you're entitled to love who you love. If you truly love someone, no matter what color they are, you are entitled to love that person. But I'm specifically talking to the people that fetishize and idolize interracial relationships. Those children are still considered black. They're always going to be black. Okay, so have that. So I just want to make sure, like, if you're new to my channel, I am black. I can't change the color of my skin. I'm all for the empowerment of black people, but I also understand that there are some people who are just ignorant, and I'm telling you, you need to have these conversations with your black children, no matter what percentage of white they may be, no matter how light they are, no matter what color eyes are. Have these conversations with your black children, because Daunte Wright's mother is white, and she is in the position of a lot of black mothers have been in, and you see, you know, who's rallying around her, the black community. I double cleansed. Now I'm about to take the Clinique clarifying lotion and tone my face. All right, so the next topic, while I tone that, I'll get to the next topic. So the next topic, do you guys watch Married at First Sight? This season has been a hot ghetto mess. It's actually here in Atlanta. See how clear my face is? No freaking dirt left whatsoever. But do you see I had a pimple right here? Ooh, it was bad. Let me tell you guys, I cannot stand that guy Chris and that girl Paige. Here's the thing, I used to love Married at First Sight, right? And the problem is, I feel like it's making, like, the black couple, I don't know why the black couple always has to be problematic. The couple last season, that Brandon and whatever her name was, like, they were the problematic couple. Like, I don't know why the black couple, the all black couple, has to be problematic. Like, that just really bothers me. I never really understood that with them. But that guy Chris is the prime example of, like, those, like, the nerd. Last week he said that I'm about to make a mask, y'all. This is the Aztec healing mask, and I got a little bowl right here. I'm gonna mix a little bit, and this is gonna be like a detoxifying face mask. So I'm gonna do a little bit of the Aztec mask and a little bit of charcoal. Chris told Pastor Cal last week that it was Paige's face that he wasn't attracted to, and I'm just like, how many times are you gonna disrespect the black girl in this show? Like, and Paige with this whole, like, God complex, God told me, like, she was looking real dumb, and I don't like that. I got a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just a tiny bit of that. I don't like that they make Paige look so dumb, and a little bit of water. Like, Paige, God did not ordain this. This is not something ordained by the Lord, okay? I refuse to let you tell the world that this is something that God ordained. God does not ordain foolishness, okay? God does not ordain foolishness. He doesn't. He really doesn't. I need some more. I'm trying to get it to like a pasty consistency. One, I don't think it's a good representation of black women, and I don't think that it's a good representation of God, because to me it's like a prime example of the difference between the church, like the church, and God, because that's not God. That's the church. That's the church that's telling you that you need to work it out with this man that's humiliating you on national television. That's the church saying that you need to consummate your marriage with a man that you don't even know. Like, that's foolishness. The whole thing about the car and buying a car, and, you know, like, he's just such a narcissist, and it drives me crazy because, you know, you see men like that out all the time. See, yeah, that's the consistency I'm looking for right there. I'm gonna put this all over my face. Oh man, it just from the beginning, like, Chris always irritated me on that show, y'all. Like, Chris always irritated my spirit. This is also good for your vajacial. If a lot of y'all wanted the mask recipe for the vajacial, this is it. Very simple. Very simple. Charcoal. I'm looking behind y'all at the mirror. Charcoal, Aztec clay, a little apple cider vinegar, and some water. And this is very, very detoxifying. It's on tonight, but I'll finish watching it later. But yeah, I just don't like the portrayal of the black woman this season. Like, it's making us look dumb. It's making us look like we gotta put up with foolishness. It's giving real helmet of salvation tease, and I don't like it.
You see a bonnet, I see the helmet of salvation.
I don't like it at all. Lizzo, okay. So today on social media, there's this big thing about Lizzo saying that fat people she compared fat people being bullied, essentially, to the oppression of black folks. Okay, first of all, Lizzo, from one fat girl to another, you're not oppressed. Okay, you're not oppressed. Like, just because people don't want to switch bodies with us doesn't mean that we're oppressed. I don't really want to switch bodies with a really skinny person, someone that's bulimic. I have a friend that is very, 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 very slender, and I would never trade bodies with her. So therefore, we're not oppressed. We're not oppressed at all. You can make a change to the size of your body if you really want to. If you got the money for it, you really can. You can go get surgery, you can lose weight, you can go to a gym, there are changes that you can make. Yes, there are some people that have issues and underlying conditions that prevent them from living a healthy lifestyle. However, that's not the case for most of us. Okay, we're not oppressed, Lizzo. We're not oppressed. We're not. Black people in America are for sure oppressed. If you're oppressed because you're black, not because you're fat at all. I can change being fat. I cannot change this color of my skin. No matter what Michael Jackson tells you, no matter what, not A-Rod, what's that guy, Big Papi? No matter what Big Papi tells you, you cannot change the color of your skin. You can't change your DNA. You can't change the fact that you're gonna have black kids. Like, you can't change that. So no matter what, we're not oppressed, Lizzo. Like, it's just not no, I'm not gonna let you can't compare the two. You can't, they're not in the same boat. Black people that are fat are not oppressed because they're fat. They're oppressed because they're black. Come on now, stop it. Stop with the foolishness. Oh, DJ Mustard. So I follow DJ Mustard on Instagram, him and his wife. I follow his wife on YouTube. She has a great YouTube channel. I really love it. I love them as a couple. I just love their energy, right? And recently, I think yesterday, Mustard and his wife have both posted about the fact that their personal shopper have been running up their credit cards. I'm talking about running up a check on their credit cards, $50,000 plus on their credit cards. But they were also paying her to shop, and they were paying her $6,000 a month just to shop, and that's for one client. Okay, how do you mess that up? How do you mess that up? She's talking about some greed consumed her. Girl, if you don't get the hell on, okay, you're going to jail. If these people if these people sue you, you're going to jail. That's a felony. Anything over $200 is a complete felony. Okay, so you're going to jail. That's where you're going. That's where you're headed. You're going to the slammer, clink, clink. You might as well return all that stuff, sell it, do something, because you're going to jail, girlfriend. You're going to need it for a good lawyer. You better hope that these people don't sue you. You better hope that you can pay that credit card off for them. You better hope that they don't sue you, because if they press charges against you, you're going to jail. You're literally going to jail. Okay, speaking of credit and credit cards, one of my major goals in 2021 is to clean my credit, and I've been working on it. And I wonder, do you guys use sites like Credit Karma to monitor your credit? What I realized is that Credit Karma, it doesn't really show your real true credit score, although it can be close. But sometimes until you actually apply for something, you're not gonna really know ooh, this thing is working. You're really not gonna know your true credit score. But these are things that I've been doing to clean my credit, right? And let me know if you guys want me to do a real full video of it once I get to where I want to be. But Jeff and I want to buy a house next year, and my mom's a real estate agent, and these are the things that she's told me to put in place to raise my credit score and also prepare for a home. So one of the main things that we're doing is we have zero balances at the end of every month. Every single bill that we've been paying has to be paid on time, okay? There's no extensions for us. Like, we have to pay on the due date or before the due date all our bills for the next year. Like, we paid all our bills down to where we have zero balances, and that's the main thing. Like, from now forward, because we have another year in this house, from now forward we're gonna be paying everything on time, before the due date or on the due date or ahead of time, you know what I mean? So that's the first thing. The next thing that we're doing is just paying off debt, right? So I don't have any education debt, but Jeff does, whatever, because he went to school, you know, student loans. Everybody's got student loans. But one of the changes that you should consider making if you are in this position as well is, instead of having them in default, try to get your student loans moved into deferment. So just make sure that you call Sally Mae or whoever and just try to get your, you know, even if you got to make a $5 payment for the rest of your life, get your student loans put in deferment and not default. I also paid off all my credit card debt or any debt that I had, your active debt. Pay all that stuff off. Try to call and get the stuff reduced. One of my credit cards, I got one more debt. I have one debt left, absolutely one debt left, and I just really don't want to pay it because it's got $1,000 of interest on it. And I'm just like, it was it's a $1,700 bill, but the original debt was $700, and I cannot bring myself to pay the $1,000 in debt, but in interest. Like, it's really bothering me. So I've been trying to like finesse the people and like really like call and try to get a hold of the right person to help me. But if I can get it down to the original debt or just maybe a little bit more than that, I will definitely help you guys and tell you what I told them to get it, you know, adjusted or whatever. But I think that if I can't get it like adjusted by the end of this month, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay the whole debt off. And because it's not a matter of not having the money, it's the fact that I really don't want to pay $1,000 in interest. But this is from a debt that I've had since I was like 24, 25 years old. I'm 32 now. I gotta get it off my credit, okay? I gotta get it off. They keep like revolving it into like collections, so it's not gonna fall off if they keep opening collections about it, you know, with it. So I'm really ready just to move on from that portion of my life where I had debt and stuff and things like that. So let me rinse this mask off my face. You see it's like hardening. Oh, it's nice and hard. I can't move my face. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse my face and then I'll come back. Ooh. So sometimes I use this, so twice a week I use this acid peel by Murad. It's the Resurgence Replenishing Multi-Acid Peel. It actually doesn't like peel your face. I just take a little, I do this like once or twice a week. Just take me a little cotton pad, and now this stuff stings a little bit. So you're supposed to put it on at night. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it stings just a little bit. It's like Macaulay Culkin. Ah! Okay, I don't have my lip oil or anything up here, or in here, so I'm just gonna use this Burt's Bees lip balm just to have something on my lips at night, because I get real dry lips at night. Okay, and that's it. This is what my face is looking like. Very clear. Hopefully I can get this to go away pretty quickly. But besides that, I think I'm looking pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys would like more of these videos, because I like doing this. This was fun. I'll probably do one of these every other week or something like that, just to rant about the current events. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.